It seems like everybody else is getting snow except us, Chris Bianchi.
And we got Chris Bianchi here joining us now to talk about the troubling warming trend we are currently in.
That's exactly right. I mean, what we are getting a lot of, we're not getting the snow, we are getting a lot of this. 60-degree temperatures. Today, of course, we hit 70 for the 5th time so far this meteorological winter. And just as a reminder, meteorological records go back to the start of December the 1st through February the 28th for equal climate keeping purposes. So since December the 1st, Denver, 32 days at or above 60 degrees. That is the second most on record, 1981 record of 34. That is very likely to fall. But here's a different way to look at it. And I think this is the more, to me, shocking way to look at it. 32 of 71 days since December the 1st, since the start of meteorological winter, we've been at or above 60 degrees in Denver, Colorado. That is 45% of our winter days. So it's winter in Denver, Colorado. Our average high temperature, 43, 44, 45 degrees, depending on the exact day. 45% of our winter. So basically half of our winter, we've been at or above 60 degrees. That's bananas in Denver, Colorado. Average, we do get 60-degree days in the middle of winter. I talk about that all the time. The average, it's 13%, 1-3, in terms of our winter days where we have a high temperature at or above 60 degrees. About 12, 13 days on average where we get that. This is now our second warmest meteorological winter to date on record. Now, what's been kind of striking about this winter in particular has been our high temperatures that have been exceptionally high. Our low temperatures, we still managed to get reasonably chilly. I mean, reasonably chilly. Just only 6 degrees above average with our lows. We're close to about 10 degrees above average with our high temperatures, if that makes sense a little bit. So that's why we're in the number 2 spot in terms of our winter to date temperatures overall. So why has it been so warm? The number one driving factor in the weather pattern that we're seeing this week. High pressure out west, low pressure out east. If you've got any sort of family, friends, relatives across the East Coast, they, like my mother, have been complaining to you probably nonstop about how cold it has been out there. Meantime, we're getting this kind of wavy weather pattern, which is reinforcing out here across the west a very warm, dry weather pattern. Again, classic for La Nina, extra wavy jet stream. That's what I was talking about. East Coast getting nonstop waves of cold and snow. They're getting another one this week. Florida's had more snow than Salt Lake City. So parts of Florida have had more snow so far this winter than Salt Lake City, Utah. Again, just goes to speak to that kind of flip-flop pattern. And yes, there is some impact here from a warming climate. That is making these extremes and the amount of these 60, 70-degree days a bit more unusual. So we've had a lot more 60-degree days than usual, but I think, Sam and Alex, the takeaway is how many days we've had at or above 60. Again, 45% of our winter days at or above 60 so far this year.